In this video, we'll be looking at still under discriminants, but here we'll be proving or showing something. So the question reads, says the roots of the equation, which is bx squared plus 1 plus q then x plus 5 equal to 0. And I've mentioned that b is greater than 0 and q is also greater than 0, and alpha and beta. Given that alpha is equal to 2 beta. So this is what you have been given. And they have given us that we need to show that q plus 1 is equal to 3 over 2 and the root of 10 and the square root of root 10 p. So in that situation, what are you going to do? So in here, since we are proving, right, that q plus 1 equal to 3 over 2 then root of 10 p. So what do you do in this situation? So in this situation, first of all, I will divide everything by p. By p. Like this. So this and that, they will divide. So I have x squared plus 1 plus qx over p. Then plus 5 over p equal to 0. So what do you do in this situation? You're going to say alpha plus beta, and that is the sum. What's the sum? It's negative b over a. That's the sum. Now, since you are starting with negative, so to be negative there, then it will be what? You put that is what? 1 there plus q over what? p. So what I'm going to try to do here is that I will not expand this. I'll just leave it. I'll say negative, right? I'll take this part as a 1 number, so to be 1 here plus 9. I'm not factorizing anything. I'm just getting the negative outside, in short. Okay. And what is the product in this situation? So in here, my product is what? My product in here, it is 5 over p. In short, what I'm trying to say here is that this is my sum here. So I have the sum here and I have the product here. That's what I'm trying to say. Okay, now after writing something that is like that, what do you do the next move? Now the next move will do this: alpha plus beta equal to negative 1 plus p. That's q, sorry, over what? P, like that. Now, if you check out, you shall see that alpha is equal to how many beta? 2 beta. So it will be here where there is alpha, I will place with it 2 beta. So it will be 2 beta there plus beta equal to negative 1 plus p, or q over p. So you have 2 beta plus beta. That is what? 3 beta, like that, equal to negative 1 plus q over p. So I'll take this one as my first equation. So this is my first equation. Then I'll go to the another one. This one here that you are seeing here. All right. So on this one, it is alpha beta equal to 5 over p. Now, if you check out this part here, this is alpha. So since that is alpha, what is alpha? Alpha is equal to 2b. So I'll put 2b there. So to be 2b there, then I'll multiply with beta equal to 5 over p. So what is the answer there? It will be 2 beta squared equal to 5 over beta. Okay, so now I'm still creating the space. Let me just create a space here. So I want you to look at something here, something interesting. So if you look, you shall see that you have the first equation, which is this one here. And this first equation, it is 3 beta equal to negative 1 plus q over p. And the second equation is 2 beta squared equal to 5 over p. Okay, now I can remove these ones this side. So after I have removed now, so we have two equations, which are that. Now the next thing that I'll do is I'll get the first equation. So since it's 3 beta equal to negative 1 over negative there, 1 plus q over beta, like that, right? I'll divide this by 3. So when I divide that by 3, this means that I'll have negative 1 plus q over 3 beta. So that is the equation that I have, right? So I'll go to the second equation, which is this equation, which is here. So I'll get that one, that is 2. Then where there is beta, I'll replace with that. So I'll say negative 1 plus b over 3b, like that, equal to what? To 5 over what? b, like that. So after doing that, remember that there was a squared here, that's squared here, if you check here. Then after that, what do? You say 2. This is the square now, right? So it will be, after I've squared, like it is negative there, right? So that negative 1 there, right? Plus q. So it is squared. So what does this square mean? Since it is squared, right? Meaning that this one here, it will disappear, right? That's what will happen, right? Because it's just a negative. So it will disappear. After disappearing, it will be 1 plus q there, squared, over what? This part here, it is what? This part here, down part here, it is what? 9b squared equal to 5 over p. Now after doing that, what do? We cross multiply. So we have to say p times everything that is on top, then that one again times everything that is this side. So you have 2p 1 plus q squared equal to 9 times that, it will be 40 what? Oh, that is 45 p squared. Then I'll divide that by 2p. So I'll divide this by 2p, like that, meaning that I'll have 1 plus q squared equal 2. So this p and this p, they'll cancel. I'll have 49 p over 2. Now if you check out, I have the square root this side. I'll do that, right? So meaning that this part and this part, they'll cancel. What I'm going to have, I'll have 1 plus q equal to the square root of 49 p over 2. Now that is the one that I'm having, right? For more space, let me still create more space this side so that we should see it clearly where everything is coming from. So after that, we have shown here, or we have break down everything. So this is 1, plus q equal to square root of 45p over 2. So that is a square root there, right? Then after that, what do? Now we use what we call SADS, right? So in SADS, if you remember, this is 49. Oh, this is 45. So this means that you have 5, right? You have 9 times what? 5. Then what? Times what? p over 2. So I'll put the square root just on top here. Again, I'll put the square root down here like that, right? So this means it will be 1 plus q equal to the square root of 9, the square root of, that is 5p in short, over the square root of what? 2. So what you have, it will be 1 plus q. What's the square root there? It is 3. So I have 3 there, then 5p over the square root of what? 2. So what I will do in this situation is that I will rationalize the denominator. Now let me rationalize the denominator. So in here now, I'll rationalize the denominator. This means that I'll multiply it by root of 2 times again root of 2. So this means that it will be 1 plus q like that equal to this times this, because we have the square root and the square root, right? So in here, it is just the same as the root of 5p times root of 2. Then when you multiply the 2, it is what? 2, just 2, like that, right? Okay, now here I can manage to multiply these 2, so meaning that it will be root of 10 here, p over what? 2, just like that. Simple and straightforward. So that is how you answer this type of the question. So if you check out, this is 1 plus q, then that is 3 over 2 and the root of what? 10p. It is just simple, just like that. Simple and straightforward. Enjoying life. So if you want to enjoy more life, subscribe to the app and you enjoy more life. Yeah.